Afternoon. This presentation, presented by Megan, Cameron, David, Yuho, and Kamen, will focus on the post-secondary educator career, highlighting the day-to-day activities of those teachers and professors and the future of the career as a whole. In today's presentation, we will be covering a variety of topics. First, we will discuss what a post-secondary educator or teacher actually is. Secondly, we will outline the day-to-day tasks and responsibilities that are expected of post-secondary educators and what will be expected of those wishing to pursue this career. Furthermore, we will discuss the various credentials and work experience needed to become a college educator and discuss the future expectations and projections of the post-secondary educator career field. Post-secondary educators are the instructors, teachers, and professors who work at colleges around the world. Though for this presentation, we will only be discussing those working within the United States for our market analysis purposes. These educators work in a variety of different firms ranging from public and private universities to community colleges. Technical and professional schools such as nursing and mechanic schools also hire post-secondary teachers. The post-secondary career involves an extensive list of daily tasks. Professors are tasked with planning and executing the lessons and objectives for the semester. Additionally, they are required to create a syllabus for the period of the course and are expected to follow the syllabus as closely as capable throughout the duration of the course. Educators are also expected to advise students on a wide range of issues. This can range from choosing the correct classes to take, to ensure the students graduate on time, to helping the students choose a major that would benefit them in the long run. Professors and educators at smaller colleges act as both educators and student advisors, while those at larger universities tend to advise less. Educators are also expected to stay informed about changes and innovations in their fields and make adaptations to their lessons throughout the years as new discoveries are made. In their time away from the classroom, post-secondary educators are expected to contribute original research and experience related to their field of expertise. Additionally, providing analysis of other professors' academic work and experiments is another task which is expected of many post-secondary educators. Serving on academic and administrative committees within the colleges is something many educators choose to do. These committees help the colleges choose which requirements or courses a department will offer and utilize, and sometimes the committees even consider who the colleges will hire. Ultimately, it is the educator's contribution to his or her field of study which helps in deciding whether or not that individual will be granted tenure at a university, which will be discussed later in the advancement slide. A post-secondary educator typically interacts with a wide range of people throughout the day. Most importantly and obvious are the students. In addition to the classroom, educators regularly interact with students daily during office hours and even through the use of technology. Educators can spend this time advising students and helping struggling students with understanding their coursework. Educators also interact with other professors and educators, not only within their college, but sometimes within different firms as well. Communication amongst educators at the university level helps establish department regulations throughout the states and regions to ensure that all colleges and universities are educating students similarly. There are certain skills and personality traits that aid in these daily interactions more so than others. For example, educators who are more open-minded are able to communicate more effectively to a diverse set of students. The educator needs to inspire, understand, and nurture their students as the students move through their educational journey. Educators will also need to show great patience in day-to-day interactions as each student learns differently and may need different guidance in and out. Determining which career to strive for is always a difficult decision. For some, the deciding factor in the determination is the potential for upward mobility or advancement and promotions within the field. The post-secondary career is a little different. For those wishing to be professors for a long time, obtaining tenure is the goal. Having tenure at a college means job security for educators, as they are guaranteed to keep their positions and cannot be fired without just cause. Obtaining tenure can take up to 7 years for educators. When considering whether or not an individual will obtain tenure, the firm considers the value of the employees to the firm and field. At the firm level, the educator must meet and exceed all educational requirements set forth by the university or college. The educator's contribution to their field of study with regards to original research experiments and academic analysis are also considered by the firm when deciding whether or not to grant tenure to the educator. Post-secondary educators add value to the firm in a lot of different ways. Providing students with insightful and productive lectures that align with the firm's vision and mission statement is the most obvious value educators can provide to the firms. Original research and contribution to the field of study, however, is equally valued by colleagues and universities across the nation. In fact, a lot of scientific breakthroughs and discoveries come from educators at the post-secondary level. The research conducted by post-secondary educators can result in grants given to the firm by outside sources. Additionally, great research can potentially add to the prestige of the firm, attracting more students with similar interests in their field of study. As stated before, educators can choose to work at either public or private universities, community college, or technical and professional schools across the country. Overall, the median salary for these educators is around $79,000 a year, with the highest earners being law professors and the lowest being criminal justice professors. Within the mix of salaries are the technical and professional school educators, who range widely in professions from nursing to auto mechanics. For someone interested in being a post-secondary educator, having a doctorate degree is preferred, but is at the discretion of the firm. As with most positions in the high market, higher competition yields a higher caliber of applicants. Some firms, such as technical schools, may only require a bachelor's degree, but require an applicant to have numerous years of experience in the field, and individuals seeking to be a nursing educator, for example, may be overlooked by the firm if he or she has yet to work in the field, as lack of experience can often be a deterrent. Many professors at community colleges may only possess a master's degree in their respective fields, though usually only when there are not enough applicants with higher degrees. Ultimately, it is the firm's decision and goal to balance credentials into work experience to provide students with the best faculty possible. Job markets related to post-secondary teachers is unfortunately limited. Among the short list is career and technical education teachers, primary and high school principals, instructional coordinators, and post-secondary education administrators. Post-secondary education administrators can include those working in the registrar's and admissions office at the colleges. The field can also include university deans and presidents for those seeking higher level roles. Future projections at the post-secondary level remain mixed. Job growth is expected to be between 5 and 9%, which is above the average for most other professions. This means that there are almost 80,000 positions which are expected to be created within that time period. What is unfortunate, however, is that most of these positions are expected to be part-time and adjunct opportunities, which place a restraint on individuals wishing to obtain tenure at their firms. As a whole, many firms within the market work with the funding they received at the federal and state levels. While future projections are both insightful and helpful, they can vary greatly from the reality of the market due to the changes of taxes of the country and regions. Throughout the presentation, we have covered who the post-secondary teachers are, what they do day to day and throughout the market, and we have analyzed the market they are in and where it could be going. We thank you for taking the time to go through this presentation with us and hope that you have learned about the market from this. Thank you.